Cummings.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And Mr. Chairman, and to our witnesses, I want to thank you all for being here. And my constituents are concerned about where the $700 billion is going. They want to know because they get up every morning, they work hard, they give up their tax dollars, and they're trying to figure out where did the money go, where's it going. Mr. Turner and Mr. Dinalo, after the bailout of AIG last month, the United States government effectively bought an 80% share in the company. That should have caused a fundamental change, you would think, in how the company was spending funds on compensation, bonuses, and benefits. But it doesn't look like that's what happened. The committee learned that shortly after the bailout went through, executives from AIG's major U.S. life insurance subsidiary, AIG American General, held a week-long conference at an exclusive resort in California. The resort is called the St. Regis Monarch Beach. Let me put up some pictures of the hotel up on the screen. It's very impressive. This is an exclusive resort. The rooms start, gentlemen, at $425 a night. Some are more than $1,200 a night. By the way, that's more than some of my constituents pay on a mortgage payment every month in the homes that they are now losing, by the way. We contacted the resort where AIG held this week-long event, and we requested copies of AIG's bills. We learned that AIG spent nearly $500,000 in a single week at this hotel. Now, this is right after the bailout. Mr. Turner, have you heard of anything more outrageous? A week after the taxpayers commit $85 billion to rescue AIG, the company's leading insurance executives spend hundreds of thousands of dollars at one of the most exclusive resorts in the nation. Mr. Turner?
I've been a business executive myself, and I tell you what, when our company, when things got tough, you cut back on expenses. You just go out and eliminate those type of things. I'm sure they had the issue. They were probably already committed to it, and we're going to have to spend it one way or another. But nonetheless, I remember we, as a business executive, VP and CFO of a company, we would actually go out and cancel those conferences because we just didn't want to send a message to the employees that we're spending on this type of thing and we need to cut back expenses. So, especially in light of the bailout.
And if a company is drowning, then you're going to go and spend that kind of money? It's crazy, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
Let me describe for some of you the charges that the shareholders who are now U.S. taxpayers had to pay. Check this out. AIG spent $200,000 for hotel rooms and almost $150,000 for catered banquets. AIG spent, listen to this one, $23,000 at the hotel spa and another $1,400 at the salon. They were getting their manicures, their facials, their pedicures, and their massages while American people were footing the bill. And they spent another $10,000 for, I don't know what this is, leisure dining. At bars? Oh, thank you very much. Mr. Dinalo, let me ask you, not as the insurance commissioner, but as a taxpayer, does this look right to you?
I think there are some regrettable headlines in that, but I will say one thing, having been at large global companies, and knowing what condition AIG was in when the injection occurred, the absolute worst thing that could have happened to AIG after the government extended $85 billion would have been for them to basically go into a runoff situation, for employees to leave, for traders and major underwriters to flee the company. So if there was a thinking that they needed to bring everybody together in order to keep the productivity of the insurance companies intact and protect policyholders by keeping them from going into a runoff status, I do agree there is some profligate spending there, but the concept of bringing all the major employees together, let me just, to ensure that the $85 billion could be as greatly as possible paid back would have been not a crazy corporate decision.
Well, I would tend to disagree with you when it comes to pedicures, facials, manicures. The American people
I agree.
are paying for that.
I agree. I'm just
and
trying
they're very upset.
I said there are regrettable and wrong headlines in that, but the idea of making sure that you can get the game plan back on track so you can pay off the loan is not an irrational
Expensive way to get the game plan back on track.
I agree.
Gentleman's time has expired.